guys, I have to be honest with you guys. I tried 3 different times to watch the latest episode of Mama June, and usually around this time of the week is when I come out with my Mama June recaps, but literally I watched the episode 3 times and it could not keep my attention. I don't know, as every episode comes on this season, I feel like it's getting more and more boring this season. Like, this is going to be one of the most boring seasons in my opinion yet. The only takeaway I had from this last episode is the fact that they're trying to get Josh to officiate Jessica and Cheyenne's wedding because they feel like it's going to be some kind of payback for June. I was just thinking, like, damn, if I can't even get entertained by the episode, I know I'm not going to be able to make a recap that's entertaining. And now it kind of makes sense why there hasn't been many other people recapping this season, I've noticed, besides me on YouTube. So I figured, let's just find some Mama June related tea. And I came across this comment, and Pumpkin, you know, she's got a gang of kids at this point, and someone spoke on her parenting, and they weren't speaking too highly on her. At times, I'm not gonna lie, I've wondered how Pumpkin and Josh wrangled having so many young ones at once. I'm a mother of 2 young kids, and it can be hard at times going out in public and wrangling them, and having 4 kids at once, especially Pumpkin and Josh. Now that they're separated, they try to go somewhere with all 4 of them at once. And according to this person, Pumpkin was not doing the best wrangling her kids when she came over with her kids to swim in their pool. So Pumpkin posted this picture of this car, and someone was like, look, you need a van for the children. And someone was like, oh, it's just a date night car. You know, she only has her kids for 2 weeks out of the month. You know, she'll have the kids for a week. Josh will have the kids for a week. She'll have the kids for a week. And then someone by the name of Megan Campbell, they said it's not an expedition. And she's been to our house before through a mutual friend. It's a Tahoe. And from experiences in our in-ground pool with her children, she's not the most responsible parent. One almost drowned and she pulled him up by his hair. And another, she asked her best friend at the time to jump in because she was too busy eating. Then one of her kids shit in the pool because she brought her kids to our pool with no swim diapers. Oh, hell no. And we didn't know that at the time, and she made our friend scoop it out. She's too much. Needless to say, she's never welcome back to our house and can stay on her side of trash and clout. Most irresponsible parent that I've ever met. And that girl's coming out and saying it with her whole chest. She's not hiding behind an anonymous profile or anything like that. And you know what I thought was crazy? I saw this post from Pumpkin a few days ago, and she posted this video of her kids, and she said, my kids, hallelujah. A happy relationship, hallelujah. My man, hallelujah. Debt free, hallelujah. My family, my friends, hallelujah. Then she put OF money, hallelujah. Why are we talking about OF and your kids in the same post? There should not be anything talking about OF on text over a video of your kids. She's got to stop. She's got to separate that. Then the other day, Pumpkin did this collab, like this lingerie photo shoot collab with this other girl, and she posted these photos to her Instagram, and then Janelle Evans commented, hyping her up in the comments, and she asked Janelle to collab with her next. And honestly, I could see Janelle jumping all over that. I wouldn't be shocked if here a month from now we see her posting pictures with Janelle and lingerie all over each other. And another thing I found that I thought was funny, shout out to the US Sun. They ended up taking these pictures of Pumpkin's house back in 2021, and I think this was right around the time she bought the house, or like no, this is before she moved into the house. So photos of the house revealed by the US Sun in 2021 showed a pristine and debris-free lawn. Well, the Sun went back, and years after Pumpkin and her kids moved in, and this is actually from Pumpkin's own TikTok herself, and it says, photos of Pumpkin's home taken earlier this year show broken blinds in nearly all the windows, and even the front door's window trim appears to be knocked off. So her house looks like it has been going through it. And for those of you guys who don't know, I'm sure many of you guys know, the house they film in is not Pumpkin's house. I'm sure part of the reason she doesn't want to film in her place is because it's probably crowded and messy. And then her boyfriend Darren is quite the messy little man himself. Here is a picture of the inside of his truck where he's just throwing all his trash. I mean, it's one thing having a little bottle here or there, but man, it's filled to the brim. You can't even see an inch of his floor because it's all trash. Get that man a freaking car trash can at this point. And then Pumpkin and Darren actually just went on a cruise after she claims that she's made over $500,000 making videos and selling content on her OF and her granny panties. She posted that she went and got her toenails done, and her man said, "I need to go, I've got an ingrown toenail and they'll paint them." So they went and got matching orange toenail polish together. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Honestly, like I said, this season has just been so boring. What, do we only have 1 or 2 episodes left? Because I know Mama June only has 10 episodes typically. Wasn't that last episode episode 8 or 9? So we're almost over the finish line. So we're gonna get Jessica and Cheyenne's wedding as the season finale. I don't know, this season just hasn't really been giving us anything. It seems like they really had to just try to push June and Justin to fight about anything a few episodes ago, just because they haven't had any kind of relationship drama. And that's what it seemed like a lot of this show was built around, when June was with Gino and stuff like that. But it just seems like with Pumpkin, I don't think with her being the sole focus of the show along with June, we're not going to get much from Pumpkin in the drama department, because we've already learned that most of the drama that she had going on in her real life, she refused to bring it to the TV screen. When she was having a whole affair with that woman while she was married with Josh, she kept that private. But I guess she did talk about, or no, I guess the producers did find out about it at one point. They did want her to introduce a girl on the show, but she chose not to do that because she probably figured it would ruin her marriage for good. But then she had all this drama she keeps claiming, and that Josh was just such a terrible guy and all this stuff we didn't see on the show. It's okay, if he was really such a terrible guy, why didn't you ever talk about it on the show? And it kind of just seems like they're protecting each other. And that's what I'm sure Pumpkin's going to end up doing with Darren. I wouldn't be shocked if we see June on the OF page next. I can't help but see June. Every time I see a picture Pumpkin in her lingerie trying to look sexy on OF, I just see June. They have the same body. I mean, Pumpkin looks a little different from June, but they just look so alike. I always just feel like I'm looking at June, and it's just too much for me. But besides that, yeah, we really haven't had a lot other news Mama June related. Let me know what you guys think about everything in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.